Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to start collecting Conquest, the last argument of kings, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nords one-player starter set and see how we can use this box set to start our army of said Nords for the game. Now in this video we're going to go through the contents of the box set, taking a look at all the units in it and how we can build them up, before looking at some other units we can use to expand upon this initial purchase. We'll then finish off the video with a little sample army list of 1,000 points for you to use as some inspiration for starting your own Nords army for Conquest, the last argument of kings. Now, with that all said, to begin with, we get a Jarl inside this box set. The Jarl is a nice, decent character. We've got 4 wounds, 5 attacks, clash 3. Now, he has a supremacy ability called Surprise Attack, where when this character stand is on the battlefield, all friendly infantry regiments gain the Opportunist special rule, as well as add +1 to their attacks when performing a clash action against the flank and or rear of an enemy regiment. Opportunists will allow a stand with the special rule to reroll failed hit rolls when performing a clash or volley action into a regiment's flank or rear as well. So they're going to get rerolls and they're going to get that bonus in the clash there as well. Now, he's also got a shield for +1 defense in his front arc, and he has impact 2 with his nice little throwing axes as well. Like all Nord characters, they can take a different aspect. They can give them a variety of different buffs from +1 clash, +1 attack, to be able to gain a Seize the Day, draw event, and a bunch of other things as well. Now alongside him, we get 6 stands of Raiders. These are pretty much basic Nord infantry. They are a light infantry unit. They have impact 2, which is nice per stand, 4 attacks and 4 wounds per stand with a clash of 2, but flurry as well for rerolls to hit, which is really lovely. And, you know, they are a solid, cheap unit at 3 stands, coming base at 110. For each additional stand, only 35 points. They're, you know, a really nice, solid unit to lead your force with. Now, the other units we've got inside this box set, the first one of these is the Huskars. These are a much more elite infantry style unit available to the Nords here. Now, the Huskars, they're medium infantry. They've got shields in their front arc, so meaning they'll go up to their defense of 3 in that front arc. And impact 2, like a lot of Nords, they've just got throwing weapons. 4 attacks and 4 wounds per stand as well, but base clash 3 is really nice on them. And then lastly, we have 3 stands of Uger, a brute medium infantry unit available to us. Ugers can provide, you know, some really heavy muscle. Cleave 2, impact 2 there with 5 wounds and 4 attacks per stand with a clash of 3, which is really solid, I think, for a brute infantry like the Ugers. Defense 2, resolve 3, no evasion on them as you would expect, you know. They're not really an evasive unit, but movement 6 as well can provide them, you know, a nice solid hammer force for the rest of the box. You got your Raiders, who are definitely, you know, cheap and plentiful and can put out quite a bit of heat. Not necessarily the best attacks in the world, but they put out pretty decent amount of them. Your Ugers, on the other hand, will put out some high quality, high value, high power attacks, and you've got your Huskars there who can really hold the line well. Also, we would like to thank Parabellum for sponsoring the channel with Conquest, the Last Argument of Kings and Conquest First Blood. If you'd like to help the channel, you can do so by supporting us by going and using our affiliate code to get 10% off your orders on the Parabellum e-store. The code here on the screen will get you the said discount, CFGCONQ5. Go and get yourself 10% off and help the channel continue to make more and more Conquest content. And so if we start looking at where to go next, definitely thinking about a second warband is going to be something you want to think of at this point. Now, for me, that second warband definitely can be really good if led by a Blooded. The Blooded, for me, adds a lot to your force with the Nords. I think he's a really solid character. He's going to be able to provide you with the ability to bring some extra units on with his outflanking rules. This is just going to really help. A big thing he also does is unlocks a lot more of the bestial troops for your units. Now, it's cool with the Hunt Supremacy ability when this character is on the battlefield. When selecting a regiment to arrive from reinforcements automatically, this round you choose 2 regiments instead. On top of that, he's got his giant throwing sword, barrage 3, range 16-inch, cleave 2, impact 2 as well in his attacks with 5 attacks, clash 3 and 5 wounds. He's all round pretty solid, and of course he can also take the different aspects as well. Now, like I said, he can bring in some of the more bestial troops. And the first one of these I want to talk about are the Trolls. I think they're just an exceptional medium infantry unit we have access to with the Nords. Regeneration 5 is just good. The regiment immediately heals X wounds. Character stands in the regiment are ignored for the purposes of this said draw event. However, if the character stand has Regeneration X draw event, he'll only the character stand for X wounds though. So, every time they are drawn, they just heal 5 wounds, which in a 6 wound stand with 5 attacks, they'll pretty much be able to heal, if you're down to 1 wound, a stand's getting healed to full is just awesome. Or even, they'll be able to get some extra healing. They've got Cleave 1 in there as well, and Fearsome in addition, which are some nice additional benefits to have for them. But if we're looking at maybe something a little bit faster moving, I think Fenrir definitely have a place inside most Nord forces. They're going to give you, a medium cavalry unit. And what these are going to do is provide you with something super fast. You've definitely got a lot of hard hitters and a lot of resilient troops inside your Nords, but you don't have an awful lot of really fast troops. And the Fenrir definitely give you that option. Movement 7 with the flank rule where they can, regiment does not contribute a die to the reinforcement roll, but they automatically come on when they want to. And then you've also got fluid formation for a nice reform. Irregular means they don't affect friendly and enemy reinforcement lines though, but that's not too much of an issue. They're there to be, a nice disruptive unit for your opponent. Now, the last one I want to talk about is Bow Chosen. We don't have a lot of range in the Nords, or at least in the box set and the units we've talked about already. So having a shooting unit like the Bow Chosen, who are actually a really good shooting unit with Barrage 5 per stand and 16-inch range, and that precise shot ability where any hit rolls of 1 mean your opponent will count their defense at 0 is super good. Volley 3 and still Clash 3, so they're not any slouches in melee either, is pretty nice as well. And so here we have our sample army list for the Nords. Now, as mentioned, we're using the one-player starter set as the core for the army here, but we've also got, some extra stuff. So, 1,000 points on the nose. A Jarl is going to be our warlord, and we've gone for the aspect of the dragon, giving him +1 clash. He has a lot of attacks, but he's not the best on clash, so definitely giving him, that extra clash I think will help him provide a little bit more for the force. And then Trophines, we've gone for giving him one of the talismans, which is Prize Silver. The regiment this character stand is currently attached to will reroll hit rolls of a 6 when performing impact attacks. This can be really cool on, units like your Raiders who do have impact hits and can definitely help them sort of boost, how much they're going to do with them, which is nice. Now, his warband is going to be the 3 Huskarls, 6 Raiders, and then the Uga as well. And then we're going to have our Blooded, who is introducing our other 2 warbands, but the Blooded is going to have the aspect of the Wolf, which will give him +1 attack. He's already got good clash, he's already got some cleave in there, which is nice. And he's going to have 3 Troll and 3 Fenrir Beast Pack in his warband. Now, if you've been playing with the Nords in Conquest, the Last Argument of Kings, let us know how you've been going, what you've been doing, what you plan to do with this box set if you're going to pick it up. Love to hear from everyone down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and chat more with our wonderful little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also, linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, either by Patreon or YouTube members, or by going and grabbing yourself some channel merch, either by Teespring or by Ko-fi. Now, if you'd like to join any of those, once again, all down in the video's description, but as a special thank you, we'd like to give a shout out to all our Patreon and YouTube members. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Alder Shot First, Andrew Bowen, The Rising 8, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cader, Benjamin Swallows, Red Mine, Iron Grinch, Nicholas Conomos, Colorblind Magic, and our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Wire, James South, and James Tillman. Lastly, a special thank you to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing channel artwork, and to everyone who helps by coming on the channel, whether to play games, or to those who run our Discord server as the mods, or just make it a general lovely place to be. Thank you all so much for watching once again. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.